Welcome to WKRP Montrose, a radio station masquerading as a podcast about Montrose, Colorado and the Western Slope, recording live from the Clearnetworx studio in downtown Montrose, Colorado. I just realized I just cut directly to the guest. Hey, everybody. This is another episode of Clearly Interesting with Clearnetworx and WKRP. Yeah.
Okay, this is episode 3.
I wanted to try it out.
Well, so the intro says WKRP Montrose, right?
Yeah.
Because we're recycling our intro.
Yeah.
And then we didn't know what to call these.
Mini episodes.
We called them minis,
Yeah.
first one, second one. And then you have now calling them what? Clearly Interesting with Clearnetworx.
Yeah.
Did you use ChatGPT?
No, I did not. I just came up with that, right?
That came
I
out
came
of your brain.
right in this moment.
Oh my God.
The hamster is on full speed. Coffee.
Yeah. That hamster's going to have a heart attack.
He is going to have a heart attack.
So,
that might have been the end of my contributions for this season.
Yeah. Third episode. I think we'll reiterate for this episode and maybe the next one what we're doing, and then we'll let it go from there. We partnered with Clearnetworx, and we are doing these mini episodes of WKRP so that the employees of Clearnetworx can get to know each other a little bit.
Yes.
To foster harmony in the workplace. Or
No.
ideally, some
harmony.
Divisiveness where they can have arguments at the water cooler about various topics that we'll cover.
You can see that I have a different agenda than Rob has, and maybe that everybody at Clearnetworx has.
This is why people like me more than you.
Well, that might be true. That might be true. We'll find out at the end of the series. You guys can tell us who you enjoyed most learning about, and who did a better job at co-hosting the show.
Well, I don't co-host. You are the co-host.
I mean,
I'm just saying.
Oh, okay. So you're the host. Well, hey, host, why don't you introduce Sean over here?
Well, you just did.
Oh.
This is Sean Bowers, and according to the bio we got sent over from Rebecca, you are the help desk lead.
Yeah.
Or a help desk lead.
I'm the help desk lead.
It's important. It's an important distinction because you're the one and only then. Yeah.
And what does that mean to you, and what does that mean to Clearnetworx customers?
Yeah, so pretty much anything front end customer facing, I'm going to be over. So people calling in for help with anything customer service, tech support. I'm over the whole help desk.
All right. So how many people do you have in the team then that you oversee?
I oversee 11 people.
Okay.
Yep.
And did they do the heavy lifting, or do you actually get involved with the customers? Or have you taken a step back from that?
We're shifting the department right now, but for the last year and a half, I've been pretty involved on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
Like, I mostly take escalations now. So,
So the worst of you don't deal with the easy customers anymore.
No, not too much. I don't answer the phone all day like I used to.
Right.
So I like to do more of the actual problem solving and stuff, and just give support to the team.
So when somebody calls in and they have a discussion with somebody in the team and they say, "Let me speak to a manager."
That's
you.
Tone.
They go,
that's
Sean.
Sean.
I'm just going to put you through to Sean.
Tag, Sean, you're it.
All right.
Yeah.
Customer complaints is kind of a separate thing, so some of those get escalated to another manager, but for the most part, anything customers.
And you don't really know what's coming then?
No.
I mean, you might get a little heads up from one of your team, but generally you're going into a lot of these situations blind where you have to speak to are they irate often, the customers, or does it depend?
Not typically. I would say we're kind of in a weird place where people think they have to have internet right now. So, which to be fair, a lot of people work from home. So, those are ones that I would say are a little more irrational of hey, I'm moving into this place. I need you to dig to my house and have internet here tomorrow morning.
Right.
And it's there's a process.
So how do you explain to those people without calling them kind of silly or without patronizing them to say, that's not how this works. You must know that.
Yeah, it is a little different. I mean, I think a lot of people don't realize that, when Spectrum and CenturyLink and all these places were building, right, they didn't have any existing infrastructure in the way.
Right.
They put cable in the ground, 30 years ago.
Right.
And it was an industry standard. So every single contractor was throwing it in every open trench like power.
Right.
So now we have to do the exact same thing, but with
fiber.
all the roads, all the things already constructed. So I think just explaining to them the process does help. You know, a lot of times being like, hey, look, this is brand new technology. If you want to put in solar, you'd have to go through a whole new thing. Like, this is not existing. So
that can't be easy to be in your position in a community that's growing really fast with new residents that are coming from big cities.
Right.
So there is an expectation, a false expectation of no. I just came from Denver. I just came from, you know, whatever city in California.
And in Denver, we do it this way.
Yeah.
You get it.
And you flip a switch and it's on. Like, what's wrong with you people?
Yeah, I would say it's actually almost the opposite.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like
good work, Dennis.
Who have been...
Hey, I draw out the good answers.
People who have been through the process before, which is, you know, because fiber's new everywhere. I mean, yeah, the technology's been around a long time, but all these grants, all this funding, this is pretty new to the last, like, 10 years. So I think the people that are coming from these bigger cities are used to the waiting lists and used to understanding
that's
that,
a good
like,
way to look at it.
They are going to have a process and get a dig and do all these things. So I would say, like, it's kind of depends on the market, but I mean, I would say like Delta, Fruta, like these areas where they've had Comcast and it's an instant switch, then you tell them that it's going to be 6 months, you know, that's when they're just like, I don't understand. There's no reason that you can't just come turn on a, you know, flip a switch and get it for me today. So,
I guess if you build a house in the middle of nowhere, you can't just switch the water on.
Right.
Yeah. I think people can understand that concept. I guess with internet though, people, I mean, I would guess people often think that, but it's through the air as well. Like, why can't you just flip a switch and just beam the internet to my house?
Yeah. Sure. People, there's always opportunities to educate people.
That's a good
So
way.
you're an educator. That's is basically what you are. You're not just a help lead. You're an educator.
Right.
Nice job. Way to go. I like that. So there's you have an addition to your family on the way. Is that correct?
Correct. Yeah.
So how big is your family? Who's
So my wife and I have one son. He's 2. And then she's pregnant about 6 months. And then I have, 2 dogs and a cat.
So you got a full house.
Yeah. After 2 years of having a kid, you thought, this is a walk in the park. We should get another one.
Yeah. No, he's that was actually one of my main arguments. I was like, he's pretty incredible. Like, what if the next one just isn't?
Yeah.
Like that. Still have to love her.
This is great.
You can ask Rob's family about that situation. They could probably answer that question really well.
I'm the youngest.
Yeah.
What that means.
That was my point.
The youngest means they kept going until they achieved perfection.
No.
And they stopped.
Or they went the other way and they kept going and they were like, we're probably good.
Well, the good news for Sean though is that this now is basically going to be on the internet forever.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that when your second child is born and is of age to be able to understand this, she'll see daddy. And she'll have something to either criticize or be like, oh, you were right. I'm not as good.
No, she's going to be like, Dad was excited that I was on the way. That's what she's going to take out of it. You're crafty. Is that right?
Yeah.
I mean, let's define
Not
crafty.
Shady crafty. But I like to build stuff.
I mean, do crafty people say that they're crafty when they are the other crafty?
They're too crafty to say that.
Right? Yeah. Okay.
You gotta put 'em off.
So you like building stuff and you like remodeling. You got any remodeling projects going on that we should know about?
No, I'm still trying to finish my house. So when we moved back over here, about 4 years ago. We lived in a camper.
Okay.
We sold our house in Greeley, moved back over here. Market was terrible, so we
a fifth wheel or what? What did you?
Yeah, it was I had a 36-inch. I mean,
36 inches.
36.
You were living in 36 inches. That's impressive.
36-foot camper, and we lived in a park. And then we found this house, and it was a really great house. And the first thing my wife said was like, "Okay, great, yeah, like I want this, everything. Tear all of the tile out of it, tear everything out of it." And so
you got yourself a second job.
Yeah. Right. So I spent a year fully remodeling it. Took everything out. There was about 900 feet of big Spanish tile and I had to chip all that out.
Oh no.
Single room in the house. It was absolutely
no.
horrible.
Thank you.
That's when you spend time persuading the wife that actually Spanish tile is going to come back.
It's coming. Yeah, it's coming back around. It's coming back around, honey.
This. It adds its historical value.
There's something in your profile that I want to jump into real quick.
Sure.
Your competitive spirit.
Sure.
So that means somebody else said that about you, right? So that means you're competitive, no matter what you do. I don't care if somebody brings that out. When you're playing game, do you play games at home?
Yeah.
What do you and the wife like? Card games, board games? What do you like?
Yeah, I play. Yeah, we'll play card games, board games. Her mother actually is like super competitive too. So we do everything. Like we'll go to a bar and play shuffleboard and stuff, and like it's
you and the mother-in-law are like
it starts out with everybody having fun, and then it's like no longer fun. It's just her and I.
Oh,
has anybody ever flipped the Monopoly board?
No.
No, it's not that.
We take it too seriously for that.
Who cheats? You or the mother-in-law?
Neither.
You can say the mother-in-law. We'll make sure she sees it.
Yeah, I was gonna say
somebody.
He's crafty.
Yeah, I like it.
He's crafty.
So it also says that you like travel and fine dining.
Yes.
So
I'm interested in that.
Yeah, fine dining. What is your example of fine dining in Montrose?
Well, in Montrose.
Yeah.
You can say we don't really have fine dining.
No, you can't. You've got to pick whatever.
I mean,
we have dining that is fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
But
I would say like there's you could drink more fine here than you could eat.
Yeah.
But like the association's pretty cool. Like they've got a lot of imported goods and
but fine dining, are we talking about like Michelin star restaurants? You seek those out?
Not any of that.
But do you go places to seek out restaurants and things like that? Is that the kind of fine dining?
So like when my wife and I travel, we mostly travel for
restaurants and
So,
where's on the bucket list for this? Or where have you been recently, and where are you hoping to go next?
Recent trips haven't been to any place too exciting, but we did just get back from Salt Lake. We went to some pretty cool restaurants there. They have not necessarily like Michelin star restaurants, but stuff that's been on like
James Beard Award winners and that kind of stuff.
Like,
where's your bucket list restaurant? Do you have a country to go to sample the food?
Yeah, I think anything like Japanese style restaurants, or my wife really likes dumplings, so she makes xiaolongbao. So far we haven't found one that's better than her xiaolongbao, so that would be a goal. But we did go to like one of the most renowned ones in LA probably 3 years ago, and it was awesome.
So have you been to Japan?
I have.
Is that on the list then? That's the kind of ultimate foodie destination for you?
Yeah, that, and just it'd be nice to go back east some too.
Yeah,
like I haven't really been to New York much except for for sales trips and stuff. But I'd like to go soon.
Awesome. We have a small Japanese community in Montrose. You know that? There's at least half a dozen born and bred, raised Japanese people here. So maybe we'll have a.
There might be some stuff coming soon. There might be some stuff coming soon.
There might be.
All right, so rapid fire questions.
Yeah,
we are to the point. We end each episode with some rapid fire questions. Don't think, just respond. First thing that comes to your mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Sure.
Okay.
What's your favorite word?
I have no idea.
You got to pick one.
Favorite word? Copacetic.
All right. What sound or noise do you love?
My son's laugh.
Perfect. What motivates you?
Just striving to be better for myself, my family.
This next one should be easy. What's your favorite food?
My favorite food is honestly tacos.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you were going to say your wife's xiaolongbao.
That is really good, but no, just tacos. And
Dennis likes asking this next one.
I do like asking this one. Is hot dog a sandwich?
No.
All right.
How many holes does a straw have?
One.
All right. What profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
Other than my own?
Dream job.
Yeah, I'd like to remodel houses.
Okay.
I'll let you have this one.
All right.
I want to do the next one.
All right. What profession would you never want to do?
Tile.
That was quick.
That was good. Okay. And we word this very specific to be inclusive, but if heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
Good job.
Good job.
There you go.
Yeah. There's no, listen, to everybody else that's coming on after this, there's no right or wrong answer. No. The idea is just to hear what you think. And so, and to try not to give you enough time to really overthink it.
Yeah.
So we want to end each episode with the opportunity for you to give a shout out to somebody else in the company. Just recognize somebody else in Clearnetworx. So anybody you want to give a shout out to?
And you don't have to. It doesn't have to be nice necessarily.
Oh,
I mean, not mean, not overly mean.
Look
but you know, who's the guy in the office who microwaves fish for lunch? Whatever, you know.
Now who's trying to start something?
You call out people or shout out as you like.
The easiest platform to fire somebody on.
Yeah.
What's
really,
I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that show yet.
Oh, it could be, Doug. If you're watching this one, if you ever want to fire, no, never do. We're not doing that dirty work for you.
Yeah, no, I mean, just my whole, I mean, I don't really have a single one, but I think my department's great.
Your team.
My team is great. So, yeah, I appreciate everything.
Way to go, team.
And yeah.
You know, I like that. We had a chance to you know, there's other episodes of this that already happened. And I was trying to get some division there to like, who's the best? Yeah. So I like Sean's answer. Like, hey, we're doing a pretty good job. Yeah. I like what we're doing.
Team is the best.
So I like it. There's a new question that I'm adding at the end here real quick. Do you have any Dougisms? Do you, we had a really good Dougism last episode. So any good Dougisms that you can think of? Actually, we've had two because one was, okay, yeah.
Say the ones that have happened because we don't want to repeat it. So the Doug drive-by was one, right?
Right, the Doug drive-by.
Where he'll walk past and he'll overhear something and say, "I would have said it this way," and then bam, he's gone.
And then the other one was pretty sure that the start of the company at some point was Doug going out in the field, just going
pointing at a map.
We'll dig there. Yeah,
yeah. You got anything? We're putting you under a little pressure.
That is kind of how. Yeah, Doug is just, he's just go. Yeah. There's no he sees something, he believes in it, and then he'll just keep believing in it, and then someday it happens, and you're like, how did that happen? But he just keeps believing and
never say die, Doug. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give you one that you can take back to Doug.
Sure.
So ask Doug about his drive-through coffee experience in Durango one morning. And his very unusual question that he asked when the person said, "Hello, how can I help you?"
Okay, that's good. I like this. I like it. Little something for you to take back with you to the office.
Well, Sean, you were awesome, man, and I wish you all the safest travels out there.
Sure.
Also, I wish you the best in all of those escalated calls. And I love the fact that you're out there educating the customers at Clearnetworx and trying to help in that way. And you've got an awesome team, obviously. So thanks for joining us today. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah.
It was fun.
All right.
That's great.
Another clearly interesting person for Clearnetworx.
That'll work.
All right.